doesn't, he's going to have ways to catch back up. So without a doubt, you can expect to see a much closer match this game 2 than we saw in game 1.
How do they, I mean, you don't want to put Slark in the off lane, so they're going to have to put Invoker in the off lane with the Phoenix. That's going to make things really awkward. So that being said, though, VP, again, they do have a lot of team fight, right? If they're able to get it off, they have ways to protect the egg as well. When they have Deafening Blast from the Invoker, you disarm heroes. You've got a lot of stun and disable to kind of protect when that Black Hole can go up. But you got to get to that point. And there's also an Arc Warden. Arc Warden and Centaur, like the panel was mentioning, they have an absurd win rate at this tournament, like 80% or something each. And then you throw in a Broodmother last pick to just ruin the way that VP had their lanes kind of set up. And like we said now, it's an Invoker that has to go to the off lane.
Yeah. They have to make this adjustment to the lanes to stand some sort of a chance in the lanes against Secret's lineup.
The instant tip to mid one of my favorites as well from no one.
Let's see how we're doing. Let's see if VP can make the Ramses Slark work. Once upon a time, this was really something of a legend. The hero-player matchup that in previous patches had an incredible amount of success. In this day and age, it's a lot harder to make the Slark work. See if Ramses can do it here in this game 2.
Just where's he gonna go for the lane, right? Like he's gonna go top, right? But now he's versus a Treant Protector and an Arc Warden. The tree just, how do you last hit as Slark versus a tree? And it seems really difficult. And you've got nobody helping you. It's just gonna be Roger denying some creeps, but besides that, like I don't see how Ramses actually walks up and gets any last hits here. I think for YapzOr, he's just gonna stalk Roger inside the jungle, make moves around. Mid lane, Pasha's gonna be happy, at least because it's a Tiny versus Brood, but we'll see how the bottom does, because no one, at least he has backup of solo, and he's versus a Centaur, so he should be able to farm down here nicely. But you have to imagine that YapzOr is going to make moves around. He's going to be pressuring the Enigma, maybe TPing down to try to secure the lane for Zai too.
Yeah, and he's going to be an interesting one. He's going to be ready to respond.
Yep.
No doubt about that one. And we saw Zai play that bottom lane on his own very well in game 1 at the start, despite the loss. Obviously, he was on a different hero, but still showing that he is ready to play safe today. Make sure that he doesn't give up too many early kills against dual lanes.
He's got high base damage as well as the Centaur, 68 with incredible like base attack time. His attack time is just great on this hero. He's also got the return early on too, so trading hits with him as solo, you're a 0 armor hero. You're actually doing just as much damage to yourself.
Top lane, Nisha just getting behind the tower, laying down Spark Wraiths and forcing Ramses all the way back. Another Spark Wraith is down. Ramses is trying to hide. Another one out. It's just outside of range though, as Ramses will cut his way through the tree with the Tango, pops us out. We'll get back, but the pressure from YapzOr and Nisha causing huge issues for VP's top lane.
He's going to have to play catch-up. This top lane is going to be a nightmare for them. Hopefully they can deny back for themselves with Roger with those Eidolons. They can at least like reset the lane positioning, and they actually aggroed the whole creep wave back. So Ramses, he's got triple range creep back here.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, that's fortunate.
Yeah, the creep wave momentum, a very nice place for VP.
Yeah, mid one, of course, because he's getting backed up by solo, and he's versus just a solo Centaur, you know, Zai Centaur's alone in that bottom lane. He's going to be able to get last hits at least. But now, yeah, so we do see this rotation coming up.
So Zai will willingly accept VP being aggressive as he's ready to turn. As soon as Zai makes the walk towards no one realizes he's kiting this up. YapzOr comes in with the side, gets the pucks down to the two of them. Zai falling low, pops the stick charge, trying to get away from no one, but Zai will survive. No one falls as YapzOr makes the perfect reactive move, comes down towards the bottom. He's going to have a poke at solo, not quite enough damage to bring down the Phoenix.
Found himself a regen in the bottom rune, so when he gets down there, he's full mana, full everything.
And as we say, it's these sort of moves from YapzOr's Weaver that VP have to be well aware of. They cannot afford to get too aggressive, especially on these tankier heroes like the Zai Centaur, as time will always be there for someone to come in and add a +1 to the fight for Secret. It's Main Pasha in this matchup having a sizable lead in CS, a few of them to be spiders for sure.
Yeah,
that's as you expect the matchup to go.
Yeah, just like when your Broodmother gets a couple levels, you get like level 4 or 5, you get this, you know, Soul Ring, either Aquila or Medallion, you just go Ancients. And then you're able to out-farm or keep the pace of the farm versus that Tiny. It's going to be up to Pasha to make moves or just pressure the tower whenever mid one does start to set up for that jungle, as he inevitably will.
Top lane back in a position where Secret can try and harass Ramses off the creep wave. Roger with the level 2 coming a little closer to offer some sort of backup for Ramses' Slark. But it's so hard against these two, the Treant and the Arc One, so many ways of beating Ramses back and away from the lane. Yeah, he's just constantly having to ferry out regen to himself.
Yeah, you see he's got some last hits, but that's all going for net worth. And he has boots, too, on a Slark, which you don't ideally want to get this early on. You want to just like be able to get that Aquila so you can just farm sustained. And, I mean, Zai's already level 4 versus a level 3 and a level 2.
They're
getting aggressive.
Down the double edge onto the two of them, doing huge amounts of damage. Yapzor, he'll be able to grab a haste as Solo tries to dive away, but with a haste ring, Yapzor can look to chase Solo. Will try for the deny, but the boat finishes him off. Zai cleans up no one. Secret get both kills on the bottom lane.
There's a reason you don't see side lane Invoker, and it's being displayed immediately. Zai already level 5 now. He's got Tranquil Boots if he wants to go for it, or just bring a health early on. And this bottom lane, an absolute win for Secret. Top lane as well. Mid lane is just that trade that's going to be coming off. And Secret just going to be at a huge win here in the laning stage. So rough for VP. This last pick Brood. Can they endure it? Nisha getting gone on.
Ramses trying to commit or get himself inside the bubble so he can continue to connect onto Nisha. Malefice onto him as well, so Ramses can continue to lock down onto the target of the Arc Warden. A few more right clicks would do it, but he can't quite find the damage. He has to back off. At the same time, Yapzor ends up finding Solo again down bottom. They get both of them again. That's no one to fall. As Yapzor gets the double kill, Ramses, he's trying to get Puppey. Will find him. Claims the bounty rune too, so at least something here for VP, but this bottom lane, an absolutely miserable disaster for them as Yapzor with these constant rotations. 4-0-1 on the Weaver. He's doing so much to set up Zai for success in this lane, and this Invoker, no one is having such a it's 5.5 minutes in. He's finding nothing from this bottom lane.
Yeah, him and Solo, you know, two heroes that they want levels. Sure, Phoenix, usually a support hero. Sometimes we see Nick Core, but they're already level 6.
He's got the Stampede. Maybe Cold Snap, but he can get more than...
Oh, now Yapzor's here.
Away, and Solo, he dove forward aggressively for that one. So he is going to go down surely again. He does. That's Yapzor on a mega kill streak. 6 minutes in on the position 4 Weaver.
Position 4 Weaver, who's going to start transitioning as he has an Aquila already coming out, and he's building toward the urn immediately after. They're actually going to start giving him farm. Zai already has level 6. He's already got a ring of health. He's just going to jungle, and they're like, all right, Weaver can stay down here alone versus an Invoker and a Phoenix. He can actually threaten them. He actually has the full urn and the Aquila. All right, I didn't know he had both already, but yeah, 5 kills.
Level 5-2 can play so aggressive. Top lane Ramses trying to go onto Nisha. Puppey's starting to punch into him. Roger and Solo coming in with the wrap round. They get the lockdown onto Nisha. Sunstride's coming through as well. They'll bring Nisha down low. They'll get the kill as they kill off the Arc Warden. Can you get anything more? Oh no, look who's here. Yapzor. Yapzor's turned up. Doesn't get the bugs onto Ramses. Puppey's still got his eyes on him though. Ramses pretty low at the moment. He's giving the vision to allow Yapzor to close in with the Shikuchi. Puppey, can he find the punch? He'll go in with the lead seed. Ramses can't escape. As this pressure from Secret up and down the map, making these lanes so hard for VP to play.
I think this is the move that they have to do, though. Just put 3 heroes up top, leave this Invoker, because you can't actually help no one. There's no way to help this Invoker at this time. Let him catch up through these Sunstrike kills, or just some levels that he can try to get. Pasha, level 8 at least, but as we see, mid 1, he's just jungling. He's just doing the Ancients, catching up in net worth, catching up in levels as well. But now Pasha, maybe this is the rotation he can find. Maybe if he tries to go bottom, tries to set up for Zai, then they can try to get no one back. Because he's going to get a lot of experience for trying to, if he is able to get this kill.
Let's see if they do. Zai does have Stampede available.
They don't see the Tiny in the mid lane now though, so they're probably expecting some type of rotation.
Zai's already out of here. And the Avalanche does connect, but with the Stampede, if he needs to, he can easily turn away from this.
He's holding it.
As that, oh, not again, top. Yapzor, he's going to go in for this one. Another Shikuchi in the urn, ticking Solo down. Yapzor, 6-0-2 involved in every single kill that Secret's got. Ramses is in trouble as well as Zai turns up to the top lane to join forces with Puppey and Nisha. A Secret showing no mercy in this game 2 opening. 8 minutes in, 9-for-2, 3K gold lead. And no signs being showed of stopping as Yapzor just having one of the most beautiful openings to a game that he's had here on the main stage.
Yep, beautiful rotations and such a brutal last pick. And yeah, Brood didn't mean to do that, but it really is. It just messes the whole game plan that VP had set up. And Roger, he's not able to get this like, super successful jungler. They're gonna need some, like they're just gonna need a miracle. They're gonna need Pasha to have the game of his life on this Tiny, and they're going to need Roger to try to set up for these black holes. But there's just so much pressure, and the thing is, too, is that they're playing versus an Arc Warden, so it's not like they outscale. This Broodmother is going to be huge. The Centaur is going to be massive. And the Yapzor, he's already transitioned into a core. Top 4 net worth.
I mean, that's the thing. At the moment, Secret have 4 cores, and VP, they have 1. They only have Pasha's Tiny in any sort of respectable position at 9 minutes in. He's halfway towards the blink. They need that. They need something that's going to be able to sort of alleviate the advantage that Secret have on these side lanes, so the other cores of VP can actually get involved in some sort of a kill attempt.
There's just no way. The laning is the big problem. It's like, where can VP put their heroes? We see now Solo's jungling, so is Ramses. They've only really got Pasha who can show his face in the lane. No one, he's showing up top, but he's not getting a single last hit. If he steps up too far, he's at risk of death. Yeah, this Brood last pick just... Ooh. 3 heroes jungling on the side of VP at the 9-minute mark, and they're closing the gap on no one.
Stampede's being used as they get on top of the Invoker. No one does turn with the cold snap onto Puppey. Puppey won't be able to die. Nisha's still sending in the Tempest double, hunting for the Invoker, but no one keeps this distance. Pops to the south. Will be fine on the Invoker. Same time down bottom. Yapzor with the lockdown onto Solo. Solo, he has got a dive, but the right clicks and the bugs and the urn will finish him off. Another kill for the bug.
7-0-2 involved in 9 of the 10 kills. Rotation's on point. He can just pick and choose where he wants to go.
Nearly a large amount of gold picked up there, but not quite enough damage to finish off the Spiders with 1 tree throw. Bottom lane, Zai does get the claw down. Oh! He just walks in and kills Ramses.
They're feeling the pressure. You have to.
I mean, they are getting totally shaken up in this laning stage. Top lane Puppey in position, but Roger is there to offer backup if no one does get gone upon again. He's not quite level 6 though on the Enigma. Needs a few more creeps for that one.
And Puppey is 6, so he's got the way to cancel that black hole whenever it does come available for Roger. How's Pasha's blink dagger? I mean, that's going to be the big thing we look forward to. That's the timing. They need a blink so that Pasha can actually make these rotations around and try to punish and get their Slark and their Invoker back in the game. It's going to be real tough, though.
If you can get that blink, sort of move around, potentially with Roger, when Roger's 6, sort of toss the Enigma into position for a good black hole. They have got ways to get that team fight going. They do need little things like Solo to also hit his 6. They need that Supernova. Every sort of damage output that they can get online at this early stage with the speed that Secret's playing.
Yeah, I guess that's the one nice thing, right? You look at Secret's lineup, and they don't really have that many ways to stop the black hole. It's the tree route. And besides that, it's going to be really difficult for actually them to cancel it by any means. So that's the, some small saving graces for VP, but it's going to be so difficult. It's 5K gold lead already, 11 minutes in, 4K network or 4K experience lead too. And they can just run from lane to lane, keep the pressure on. Ramses doesn't have a home. Level 7 Slark just trying to find a place to be, but every lane just under the gun. Full defusal.
12 minutes in for mid 1.
Level 12, nearly level 13 as well. Like we said, he's just going to farm Ancients. He's going to out-farm this Tiny. But now Pasha does have the blink. He's going to have to make so much happen.
Let's see where he heads with it. Start. Show himself mid. Oh, nice bit of gold as he clears up the vast majority of the Spiders.
I think he has to make moves away from the Centaur. I mean, Zai already has Hood in 1600 HP.
They look to close down onto Puppey. The Stampede comes through, but they have the control with the Tornado. Puppey gets the Overgrowth bound for 3 of them, and the Black Hole, though! He's managed to grab 2 of them, and they have got the Supernova up. As the stun is about to come through, but it's not in time to save Roger. Yapzor's in, finishes off Roger. Solo has to dive away. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Jump forward with the combo. Pasha manages to burst down a second as VP have found 2, but mid-one's not done. Chases down Solo, finds the Phoenix, and now looking towards no one. No one tries for the TP out. Can he get himself away? He can!
That tree toss killed the Spiders. That might have actually saved the Invoker there.
VP showing that despite a horrific laning stage for the most part, they can still trade in the team fights. Roger just being able to get in position in the front lines with that black hole, and they get that level 1 Supernova off. That's not easy. Level 1 Supernova can get taken down so so quickly.
They kind of like moved into it too. Like you see the heroes of Secret, they walk in and YapzOr just gets caught right on the edge of that black hole. He walks in actually a little bit here. And they weren't able to get to that egg. So
they
yeah,
can't get to the egg.
Solo does the most damage in the game for his team in that fight, over 2,000, and Ramses gets space. You see him in the bottom lane during all this. He's farming. He's like, thank God, guys. I get some type of space on the map here to get an item.
As I said, the fact that they get no one out there as well. In fact, straight back in the game, Pasha!
They find
He
Nisha.
finds Nisha! Straight in on the mid lane with the Blink Dagger combo. VP kicking back. And this is not easy for them to do.
No.
Only Pasha really in a formidable position. The other cores struggling off the back of the lanes, but VP showing us they can still put together a fight, and Pasha can certainly still use this quick Blink Dagger timing to find huge pickoffs. Getting Nisha like that, that's massive. Bottom lane Ramses, he does have the Shadow Dance if he feels too threatened, so YapzOr can't really do too much on his own. Roger, jungling quite aggressively. Puppy's got eyes on him. They're bringing in TPs too. Roger, I don't think he's got any way out of this one. The Arc Warden can get on top of him with the Flux. Roger starting to back off. He's got that Eidolon holding his side, but YapzOr's there with a wraparound. As Roger, he'll fall. As the Spark Brave doesn't quite claim the kill. YapzOr's the one to get him back in mid. Another huge pick for Pasha. He's in with the combo. Finds mid one this time. Big things are happening here from the Tiny. Pasha.
Yeah, a little over-aggressive there by Midwin, stepping up for a kill, but there's backup. VP, they were there, and now Ramses.
Ramses, he's on top of Puppy. Puppy cold snapped and beaten down by the two of them. VP, they're getting these kills. This, Secret, they've got to be careful with this. They got themselves a big lead. They have these lanes, but they're letting kills go away in mid lane. Oh, have they got enough? They haven't. YapzOr gets the time lapse off just in time. But the fact that VP are able to kick back as they are and are getting away with getting these, huge kills. Just to see Pasha get Nisha and then get mid one within sort of a minute in that middle lane, that shouldn't really be happening from Secret.
No, some definite overextensions coming out for them, and it's giving Ramses breathing room. He's pretty close to that Shadow Blade. He's only 600 gold away from that one. They've got Blink Echo Saber now too, so kill threshold goes up for Pasha.
Pasha can just do so much.
And they've got this deep vision too, right? I saw Roger, that's why he was playing deep. That's why he ended up dying in the enemy jungle, is because he was on a bit of a warding expedition just to be able to see Secret's rotation so they can set up and make moves around it. Zai, level 12 top with a hood as well as that Blink Dagger finished up. He's very tanky. But they're looking to play around their vision. They're looking to try to get another catch here. YapzOr.
Oh, jump for Pasha.
They get him.
The heads up does play. They have the vision. They have more than enough damage. Pasha and Solo for the most part, the two of them moving around the map as a duo. Getting a lot done. As you say, we've seen a quick timing on the Blink and the Echo. If Pasha gets a quick Crystallis on top of that as well, he can wipe even sort of the tankier heroes at this point of the game at 16 minutes in. They're going to be brought pretty low down in terms of health. And with Solo around, they can get these pick-off kills very easily.
They have to keep looking for these kills and hunting, because we know what Arc Warden does.
Yeah.
We've seen this hero, when you start getting left alone, your farming speed is absolutely insane. He's got the book one up, he's got the Midas finished now too. So Nisha, you see him right now in the middle of the pack, but you're quickly gonna see him rise. And immediately, Secret, they know that something was going on there. VP, they were just getting too good of reads around the map. We see these triple sentry wards placed in the mid lane. They get rid of 2 of the wards. Actually, I think all 3 of the wards too, because they placed one up top too, around that cliff. So a lot of that vision that VP did place and was playing around is now hindered.
Time for Nisha's farm to really come online. Hitting the timing with the Midas after that level 1 Necro book. Roger, ready on the hunt. As they head down towards the bottom of the 4 of them, Pasha on the front. We'll see if anyone comes forward to farm this lane. Secret, how careful will they play? Is Nisha and Puppy behind the tier 1 tower? Is Nisha going to show? He'll send out the Necro book, so VP will know that he's around.
He's going to push out the wave, though. They've got to actually show. It's going to become a bit too obvious, Pasha. He's spotted here. He wants the books.
Oh, he does.
And meanwhile, Zai actually kills Ramses alone in the mid lane.
VP, with the rest of the 4 of them, they're just set on making action happen down bottom. They're hunting for Nisha. Supernova comes out. Puppy can't get the overgrowth off, but Nisha will be allowed to TP out to safety. They get the Arc Warden out of there. Zai's actually come in, looking for the counterplay under the tower. He gets the combo off onto Solo.
And all of Secret's coming down here.
And they're dropping the black hole for this one. They want Zai. It's a big old core to kill. Can they actually do it? They can. They'll find Zai, but they've lost 2 heroes down here. They're going to lose Pasha as well. By the looks of it, a Secret will respond.
All this was space for Ramses, but he got picked off in the mid lane during it. And although they're getting some trade kills on VP, the farm is significantly in favor of Secret.
It really is. There's some huge items already out and on the way. Having the blink and the pipe done on Zai. Seeing the Sweever, Yapsor closing in on the Axe. They've got the cold snap. And Nisha, he'll try and get his spells out, but that's going to be Nisha throwing his life away. Mid one, he's got to be a little careful as well if a pounce comes out. They're diving for no one. No one turns with the tornado. Mid one looking towards Solo. He'll escape for now with the Sunray. Mid one has the damage, or does he? Solo's actually still alive. Solo's up on the high ground. He'll live for now. He's trapped by the trees. Mid one and Yapsor are looking for him. They do find him. They'll get Solo. Double kill for Yapsor.
Yapsor's going straight for an Aghanims this game too. Wants to be able to protect his teammates from that combo, in particular from the Black Hole. He's pretty much almost has it. He's 3/4 of the way there. And yeah, you see VP, they're setting up for these kills. They're getting some type of breathing room, but look at that net worth. They still have 4 of the top 5 on the side of Secret. And they're continuing this farm. VP, they're not able to transition any of these kills into a tower either, while on the opposition, Secret, they've gotten the 3 tier 1s already. Still looking so difficult for VP, as the BKB is finished on mid one now. And the kill threat
gets the Malachus off before the Who Stomps there from Zai. And we'll also be able to take the bounty room. And Zai grabs it.
VP, they'll get 3. It looks like if they claim the other one on the bottom side.
No one. That's my arcane rune. He'll look to go on to Puppey, drains the mana. Stampede comes out from Zai to give Puppey the safety to escape.
Mid one's on the prowl.
He is. For the chase down, quick with the Ghost Walk, no one has the movement speed and the Invis to avoid being caught out by the Spider.
Roger's Blink Dagger is the big thing that Secret has to keep tabs on. When Black Hole's back available, like we said, there's only really the trio in order to stop it.
Whoa, is he gonna not quite enough burn damage. The Spiders will survive.
Only 2 level 2 Exort.
Less than 1k gold away from the Aghanims on Yapsor, and that is going to make it so hard for VP to sort of get away with these pickoffs that they have been finding, despite being playing from behind. Any sort of time passes in with a quick jump, you can expect Yapsor to be there with the Aghanim save. Get people sort of in a better position away from the Black Hole.
And even if, like, now it's like if they're focusing Nisha like they were in that last time with the Slark, if they're able to get on top of him, that's where Yapsor is going to come into play, being able to try to save him, reset him, so that he can get all of his defensive abilities off.
Roger. 15 seconds and the Black Hole will be online.
They'll have everything available. They're still going to need some massive type of outplays here. Is Secret, they're already making their way into the pit.
The Black
here.
Hole should be back online for this Roshan.
It's gonna die pretty fast though, with the hunger being popped on mid one.
Roger leading him with the smoke.
They're smoked.
They're very grouped up at the moment. Secret, Roger wants to play. He jumps
Gets it on 2.
Goes for the 2-man Black Hole. The Supernova in the middle of it all. Pasha comes in with the combo. They've lost the Arc Warden. Roshan bashing mid one, causing Solo Supernova to be successful. The stun comes out. They've found 2. Ramses fighting up against Zai. The Deafening Blast for no one, knocking them back. Sunray for Solo. Jump ball for Ramses.
God.
They get Zai as well. Pasha, he's not done. He's looking for mid one. Mid one will escape with the free pathing from the webs. Yapsor being eyed towards Ramses. He has to control with the bounce. Yapsor will
the tree.
VP absolutely destroying Secret around the roast pit. Mid one. He's trying to come back in.
He's dead.
Cold snap. He's dead as well.
Oh my God! And it's a 3,500 HP Roche. The Puppey wasn't there. We said they have to watch out for that Blink Dagger on Roger. They only have one way to cancel it, and Puppey's not there.
He did it in game 1, he stood it again here in game 2, just leading straight into the pit, no fear from him. Goes straight in, commits the Black Hole, the backup's there. Solo straight in the midst of it all. Perfect position for the Supernova, they can't hit the egg. And Roshan as well. I think if Roshan didn't bash mid one through that BKB, mid one might have been able to kill the egg in time.
Maybe.
I think he might have been able to kill the egg, but the bash was there from Roshan. The egg goes off, stunning him through the BKB. We'll see it again here.
It looked so close. They insta-killed Nisha too. Yeah, and he's bashed.
He would have got a few more hits.
It would have been close.
It would have been close.
Yeah.
It was, I believe, it was a level 2 egg at that time.
They also got that like 4-man EMP by no one in the middle of the fight. So everybody's kind of, well, in particular, Zai is out of mana, who's one of the big ones for them to kind of team fight. And this swing.
And then the fact that they end up losing Yapsor mid one as well. I mean, mid one, he's fine. He's safe to get out of here.
He commits back in.
He does.
just getting over aggressive again. That's 2 or 3 times, at least 2 times that I've seen mid one go back in and getting turned on.
Roger.
He's
getting
focused.
Some love there from the captain.
You can see how focused he is, though. Like, he didn't even notice Solo for a second putting that hand out. And now Ramses, a hero who is out of this game, he's top 3 net worth, has an Echo Save and a Shadow Blade and 1,700 gold on top after that whole fight.
What a fight from VP. I mean, their team fight. There, so the execution we saw in game on mid lane. Ramses, he has got the Aegis. With the BKB committed by mid one, he'll pop it. Zai looks through the setup for more. Who's Stomp connection onto Pasha. Pasha trying to retreat, but the damage from mid one isn't enough. It is. Pasha falls, but with the supernova out mid one, Zai, they have to get out of it. They've got to run away from the big old stun. Puppy has the overgrowth to hold the 2 of them, but the supernova stun hits with the both Zai and Puppy. Puppy's still got the invis, but Zai, he's in the line of fire. Literally solo with the Sun Ray, burns him down. Zai's gone. VP, they have lost 2 on the back as mid one was able to get on top of them. Dust is going to be out there hunting for Ramses. The Dust will not connect. Ramses, does he want to go back in and poke at this? He won't. He'll let this be. So Secret, able to get the Aegis out of the hands of the Slark and are able to kill off both Pasha and Roger.
But it's remarkable, right? Like VP, even though they lose these heroes, even though they lose their Aegis, now they have no one. He's becoming a hero as well. This Invoker almost has the Aghanims finished, has the max Wex. We saw what the EMP can do. Now he's starting to get that arsenal of spells. At the same time, though, these bounty runes.
They'll pop the Dust. Everyone. He's got the BKB back on 9, turns towards no one. No one's got the bugs on him as well. No one with the movement speed can keep the distance. Ramses retreating as well.
His BKB's ticking low for mid one, down to 7 seconds now. He keeps having to commit it.
Aghanim's on his way out for no one's Invoker. The team fight just got that little bit scarier for Secret, as VP have so much to throw at them.
Yeah.
The solos, supernovas, Roger's black holes are not something they can write off too soon.
Nope.
As you know that these 2 players will be in the right position every single time. In 25 minutes as well, the amount of supernova solos being able to get off have been some of the most we've seen in the big games on the main stage.
They've literally they've done it perfectly, the 2 of them, right? They've done it right on top of each other, and Secret, they only really have, well, they do have a couple heroes that can hit it if they're in the position to, but a few times now at Secret, they have not been all together for those team fights.
He wants to hunt. He's got 17 stacks still up of the Essence Shift. Puppy, the cover of the Invis. Not me fan. Ramsey's back to farming on that top lane.
Is they giving it Puppy any type of farm here? Doesn't really look like it. He's got a medallion, but I feel like a Blink Dagger could play a huge part, because then they've got the way to actually cancel this Enigma Black Hole. Like right now, it's so hard for Puppy to get the positioning to do so, and as we've been saying, there is no way for them to stop that Black Hole for now. Besides that tree.
So Roger straight for the BKB next. Itemization on Secret. How is the Arc Warden doing after the Maelstrom? Boots of travel complete. Wants to get that full Miona out so he can go for the quick and easy split push. Yep, with the Necro books and that static aura from the Miona.
And if, I mean, we're still saying, like, if this egg is not in the perfect positioning, it can die super easily. An Arc Warden bubble plus 1 or 2 heroes, easy kill setup. Or even just an Arc Warden. Once he's able to get that BKB online, I mean, it's going to take a while because he doesn't want to go for it this early. But we do have to watch that for Solo, for his positioning.
And they do have to find some way of finding Yapsa in the fight. Yapsa will always be able to save someone.
Yep.
Unless we see sort of Pasha getting on top of him. For whatever reason, Yapsa getting caught out by the black hole from Roger.
It really depends on how, like, the fights go, too, because we've seen sometimes, sure, you can do an Aghanim's time lapse, but if you haven't moved in quite a long time, if you're just static in that one position, you're still going to be inside the black hole when the time lapse does go off. All depends on where you were a couple seconds ago. As BKB's all being come out, BP getting a pretty significant timing here.
And again, you really have to just remember what the state of this game looked like about 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
It really did look like Secret were going to run away with it. They still absolutely have a chance. It's just the fact that it's now looking pretty even. VP themselves drawing the game so close in terms of difference between net worth and experience.
I mean, this Slark was like, had like absolutely nothing in the game, right? Now he's top 2 in like, or top 4 in net worth and top 2 in levels.
Look at the mid-one. Pasha, he's got the avalanche up, but mid-one gets the chance to put the BKB. Turns towards Pasha. Pasha with his own BKB is fine. They'll keep the distance. They know the duration of mid-one's BKB isn't going to be too long as Ramses sets up for the pounce. Comes in. There's the lead forward side. Goes to the Who-Stomp onto the Evoker, holding him back for now. Ramses pops stone. BKB continues to commit the deafening blast. Pushes side back. Jump for Roger. The black hole gets the two of them. The overgrowth comes out to cancel it though. Secret. They've killed Roger. The supernova. Stuns Japsaw and Zai. As at the moment, only one down at the moment.
And this time, Puppy, he was in position. He was sitting up on that high ground. He can get the cancel off if he's there every single time. I really do think that they should try to get him this Blink Dagger, though. It can be very difficult as this tree. He's got the medallion, helps him Roche. The positioning is everything for Secret to be canceling that black hole.
It really is. I mean, we know how powerful mid one is, but they have to make sure they're more than ready to back him up, especially with the sort of low duration of the BKB that he has now.
Yeah.
As on his own, he just has to retreat as soon as that BKB comes close to running out. There's no way for him to stand on the front. So much control and magical damage that can burst through this spider. Top lane Pasha is out on his own. Secret, they have found him, but the BKB, he's backing away, goes for the BKB TP out. They've got nothing to stop it without the overgrowth. He's safe, he's fine. It's 24-17. Secret still with the advantage in kills, and Nisha still at the top. As expected on this Arc Warden, the trees going to be taken out by the Midnight Pulse. They know mid-one's about. Ramsey's trying to hunt. If they can't get sort of that initial jump on him, mid-one will always have the move speed to get away.
They've given Ramses a gem a couple minutes ago from solo, so they're trying to take out this vision, just trying to make sure that they are the ones with that advantage versus in the team fights, because they need to be able to get these jumps from Roger. They need to have this protection on top of the eggs.
Oh, look at that. Couldn't agree more, Mr. Dirt Plus. It was a game that Secret had all control of. Now it's back to pretty much even on who's going to take this game too.
Nisha is getting a significant amount of farm, though, after getting picked off quite a few times in this game. 4 deaths. This is very rare to see. I mean, this man had like 20-something deaths in this entire tournament, and within these last 2 games, he has 9.
And they do have a bit of a game changer now on Zai. He has his own Aghanim's.
Okay.
So the safety he can provide with that Aghanim Stampede will be huge. Pasha popping the BKB here as he'll actually turn towards mid-one. Mid-one himself, not needing to pop the BKB, does start to get poked by Ramses. He'll turn, looks to fight up against the Slark jump forward from Zai. Doesn't get the Who-Stomp off. Ramses plays it safe, pounces back to safety. A Secret. I mean, at this point, what is the best play for them? Are they, do they need to keep trying to look for action, or can they sort of play the Arc Warden game now?
They can play the Arc Warden game, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they're into a Slark. This hero, it hasn't been played in a long time, but it does have late game scaling potential. But can definitely be scary. I mean, Arc Warden, we've seen what this hero does in the late game. You become, you're 2 heroes with max items. You just become this absolute beast. I think a lot of the pressure is really on Roger to get those black holes and them defending with the Phoenix. And they have a lot of ways to defend that Phoenix 6, like we talked about too. They have the Deafening Blast if there's no BKBs available, but Secret, they've got so many ways to kill it. And they have great ways of controlling the lane momentum. This Arc Warden, he's always going to be pushing in those side lanes, so the team fight Secret, they can pick and choose their battles. They've got Stampede, they've got these constant split push on the side lanes too. And it was a Quaswex Invoker for the most part in this game too, so no, and he's still trying to get that recovery period, still trying to get those levels in that Exort.
Nice Sunstrike here to get the vision for that ward, knows that it's likely to be up there, they'll get the D ward. Itemize items for solo, very close to a Sheever's guard. I mean, technically, he only needs the plate now. He's got the recipe and he has the Mystic Staff. With that Midas, he'll make good time on it.
Who's going to be building toward that Hex? I think I saw Yapster kill, right? Oh.
Zai finds Ramses here. The Sunray Heal allows him to get the Shadow Dance off. Ramses trying to escape, but Zai doing a good job at body blocking him off is not good enough, though. Ramses will be able to get back to the safety of his friends.
Yeah, they're going to have... So they're going for the Hex on both Yapsor as well as Nisha.
Yeah.
What we know, if you're playing Slark, Hex is your absolute nightmare. And when you have one on Arc Warden, you have 2. Because you've got 2 heroes, of course, on it with that Tempest double. So it can be a very, very big problem for the Slark in the later stages. And mid one is also itemizing too. Like, he didn't go for a Hex, but he's going for, the Son of Doom build, as you like to call it, right? The Orchid into the Nullifier, so lots of different ways for them to try to catch that little pesky Slark. And yeah, you can see them. They're sitting back. They're playing a more of a patient game. Roche is back up, and it is scouted by both sides now.
The last time, the Roche area being a fantastic place for VP to take a fight.
Full Hex now on Nisha.
Ramses really does have to wait for the rest of his team to go in first before he starts hunting around with the Shadow Blade. Or at least getting ready to pop that BKB as soon as he has any intention of going somewhere where Secret could have vision of him.
A lot more damage coming up for VP now as they do have the level 20, the Cataclysm on Invoker, and a BKB, so he's a bit safer here. They check the Roche. It dies very fast to Secret, so they have to keep tabs on it. This area, so important. As we see Puppey, he gets the D ward, he gets a little sneaky ward 2 up on that high ground.
He's sort of waiting on the side, so he's in perfect position to cancel any sort of black hole. If Roger does find a way to jump in, jump forward from Pasha. BKB popped as well. Looking to start things off. The Stampede will come out from Zai. Solo dives forward, he goes for the Supernova from the high ground. Zai and Mid1 trying to get on top of him. Can Roger get in place for the black hole? That's the question. They can't kill the egg either way. As now Ramses jumps in, he has been hexed. Jump forward for Roger, he's looking for the backside black hole. He'll get both. He gets the Yapso, he gets the Nisha. Yapso still alive though, half health ready to play with, but Ramses with the BKB could commit onto Nisha. Kill off the Arc Warden. Yapso's trying to finish up Roger. Ramses falling incredibly low. Will he dive to 10 minutes double? He does! Secret! They'll get the double kill on Yapso. Puppey, controlled by no one. The cold snap allowing him to get the kill before Puppey can get the overgrowth. Yapso dives deep, finishes off Solo. Buybacks coming out there. Pasha with the combo. The crit cuts down Yapso. And now with the Tornado, VP, they're looking for more. The triple buybacks trying to set up for a better trade as they close it to Zai. 2 buybacks now out for Secret.
Mid1's here.
He's on top of Noah with the silence. Can he kill him? He's looking for him and he gets it. Mid1 will get the kill onto no one. But Mid1, can he do it? He's got the BKB back to Mid1. Mid1, the spider infestation is too much for VP.
Oh, and the time lapse from Yapso, it resets Zai to full.
They spent 3 buybacks for that VP. Secret themselves 3 buybacks as well. Mid1 coming in big time, cleaning up the fight.
That was almost a very scary fight for Secret. Yapso actually didn't get the initial time lapse to save Nisha, but he's able to do a lot of work in the back lines. And now VP, they have 3 of their big heroes dead.
They're dead. Ramses is gone for 80 seconds. They only have Pasha and Roger, who's without his black hole for 90 seconds. Secret, they can push in and look to take so much from VP here.
This is definitely looking at least 1 set of racks here. They could look for 2, for sure.
How do they slow this down now, VP? They've got to accept the 1 going. They do still have a tier 2 in the bottom lane, so that will save them from the threat of mega creeps. As Secret just getting so much out of that fight. Those buybacks, their knowledge that they can come out on top of that fight, despite VP themselves throwing 3 extra heroes into it with their own buybacks. Secret knew they have what it takes to come out on top, and they take a huge amount from the base of VP.
Mid1 just, I mean, insatiable hunger. You see how much lifesteal he really gets from it all. We have to see all this again. Pasha gets the DD, tries to commit forward. Stampede, of course, protecting the teammates. They try to get the egg. Not able to because of the great positioning from Solo. But we're going to see in a couple moments here, where Nisha's dropping low and Yapso, he's focusing on something else, so he isn't able to actually find that save on the outboard. It
was an excellent black hole from Roger, getting both Nisha and Yapso. Especially Yapso, the one that he won't man. In fact, whoa, Solo, he came across and was trying to draw Secret away from the Roshan. He pops the Supernova. Secret very quick to kill him. Die! Oh, he's in onto the high ground. He knows that they're there. He finds Roger too. VP, they cannot afford to lose any more lives around this pit. They have to let this one go now. I mean, no one. Can he really make a play? Tornado's going to be sent out. They're just trying to do their best. I mean, Enigma is down for 60 seconds. He does have Black Hole, but he's got no ability to buy back into the game.
They can't contest this rush.
Secret's going to have this one. The Aegis and the Cheese going the way of Secret. Secret back up to a very comfortable lead in this game.
Yeah, it went from, what, 50% win rate to now 92 for Secret.
Back on
after
track.
These last few moments. That team fight, these buybacks, just everything coming into play, just able to outlast VP. And during that fight too, he didn't have the buyback. So sure, they used a couple, but that Invoker not able to have the impact he wanted to as he died.
He's got to be so careful when he comes over. He came to poke at Nisha. Nisha's got a Hex, so Ramses has to pop the Shadow Dance, the BKB, everything to get away from this. But mid-1, he's still trying to have a poke. Pasha himself also having to pop the BKB and TP out. Ramses cannot afford to go for little solo ventures like that, especially when an Arc Warden's about. If that Hex comes down upon him, he'll die every single time. And Secret back up, as you say, a 91% win probability in the eyes of Dota Plus. VP, they have got the full team fight back up in 5. Solo's nearly got his supernova.
They've got BKB on Roger now too, but there's also a Blink Dagger now on Puppey. So he can set himself up positioning every single time to try to cancel that black hole, as long as he sits in the back lines, which he will be. Now it's so difficult for Roger because there's so many different save mechanics. He caught the perfect black hole in the last situation. They got something out of it, but Secret just clever buybacks. Now heavily on the back foot after VP put up such a formidable fight. Another Hex coming out on the side of Secret. This game for Ramses, it went from impossible to kind of okay, and now back to almost impossible state for the Slark.
They lose the courier as well.
Shivas. That was the Shivas for Solo.
Shiva's guard's gone. Roger. Looking for the wraparound with the smoke. Nisha. He's on the front of it all. Jump forward from Roger. Needs him with the Malefice, but he has been hexed. Doesn't care what that's back up at Zai. He's on top of him. Jumps in with a Hoostop. He's found the Enigma. Roger's gone. VP out to pop the BKB, get out of it. They'll pop the Aegis of Nisha at least the once, but now VP, they're getting turned
apart. They found Solo.
Finds the killer onto the Phoenix with the silence. Ramses has the BKB shadowed out to pounce out of there, but no one. He has no escape himself. And GG, well played is called. Secret take game 2. Bringing this series to a 1-1.
It was a pretty miraculous mid-game by VP to swing it back after the disastrous laning phase. This Broodmother pick really devastated them. They did not see it coming at all.
As I said again, that team fight where you have both teams buying back 3 times Secret, I mean mid-1, knowing how much he can do getting back into the fight as that Broodmother. And just sort of the whole game as well, Yapsaw. The fact that he got such a good start on his Weaver, he ended